wandering out into the woods. It's very dark. The ground feels a vast sea of uncertainty, with roots and rocks always where you don't expect them. The trees are little more than black silhouettes against a sky devoid of pinprick stars. Their limbs seem ready to grab and snatch at both of us. I love it. Or at least that's what I tell myself, so as not to be so scared. Remind me why we're doing this again? The cat asks me, leaping out of my backpack and onto the mossy ground. You never get anywhere good by not wandering into the woods at night, I tell him. The cat knows this is true. Every adventurer starts off wandering in the woods, and things continue from there. If I want to be an adventurer, I must do the same. This is why I have my companion, the cat, to come along with me. This is most certainly a Tulgey wood, I say. It's getting Tulgier as we go along. What it's getting is more dangerous, the cat replies. I swear I smell trouble. The cat always smells trouble. He used to tell me I reeked of it, which wasn't entirely false. His pure white fur stands starkly against the blackness of everything around us. The cat looks nearly iridescent on nights like this. We continue on like that, through the deep, dark, Tulgey wood, until a root raises from the ground like a zombie's hand and tries to trip me right over. It succeeds, and I pick myself up, having scraped the heels of my hands and dirtied my clothes. Are you okay? The cat asks, arching his back in surprise. I nod, brushing off my dress. The cat's ears flatten as he turns to the root, and it burrows snake-like back into the loamy soil. Trouble, he hisses. I practically have to drag him by the tail to keep going and stop staring at the ground where the rude root was. We come upon a small clearing where there's enough space between trees that I can almost make out the moon through a thin spot in the clouds. The cat suspiciously bats at one of many fallen pine cones on the ground. I squint in the dim light at something moving between the trees. The cat suddenly perks up and stares in that same direction. In the quietest, most sincere voice I've heard, he whispers to me, "Run." I want to run, but can't. It looks as if two golden will-o'-the-wisps in perfect unison are approaching us. The sight of them holds me in place. My breaths get shorter. I realize too late what they are. Eyes. Whatever the cat is staring at is now staring at me. Its eyes seem to float through the dimness, weaving through old firs and young birches. I can't take my eyes off those eyes. It feels like the gaze is coiled around me, constricting, and trying to move will only make it squeeze tighter. My trance is broken by the cat as he lets out an uncat-like yowl and leaps at whatever held the hypnotic gaze. The creature, now that I can see the rest of it, makes my stomach turn. The cat bites at what looks like the arms of a skeleton thinly wrapped in something dry and veiny. He scratches at the woody ribs. So many leg-like appendages try to squeeze the life out of him. I can still only watch as the cat makes a single wrong move and is snatched up by the creature with what looks like a long ear pretending to be an antler. It is at this moment I remember to run, and it's at the following moment I cannot. One bark-clad limb holds me tight around the middle. Another is preparing to wrap around my neck. It looks like it's made out of vertebrae. I can hear the creature's breathy hissing and the cat's incomprehensible yowling, and I can't see anything but the limb in front of my face. My arms are restricted. I do the only thing I can. Shut my eyes tight, lunge forward, and bite down hard. There's a sickly crunch as my teeth meet their target. I taste the most bitter thing I ever had as shiny black goo seeps into and around my mouth. A shriek erupts into the air, sounding like an owl in a bear trap. The grip around me loosens and I gasp and spit and curse and run. I run, but not far. Just far enough to safely catch back the breath that was squeezed out of me. From behind a pair of bluish spruces, I watch, panting and still spitting as the cat squirms away from the creature's grasps and starts growing. Twice his usual size. Then 3 times. I stifle a laugh. I know where this is going. The cat hisses, flattens his ears, leaps and dodges. The creature can't possibly keep up. Swat, hiss, leap, yowl, scratch, bite, and scratch again. I watch as tufts of fur and flakes of bark decorate the ground. Then black, bloody sap. As soon as the creature is down, the cat bolts back the way we came, shrinking back to size. I chase after. He stops at an old stump, sitting and waiting. I could never be as fast as the cat. I catch up to him. He cleans the blood sap from his paws. We finally go home, just before dawn breaks. After all, one can always start an adventure in a deep, dark Tulgey wood tomorrow. Hi everyone, Giggles here. Just wanted to say thank you to all of my incredible patrons for supporting me. Tam B, Jen Miser, Skymara Ravenswood, Melissa Perez, Bernard Jackson, Leaf Ninja, Roy Larmer, Mr. Creepypasta, Neon Scoundrel, and William Delphin. I'm still figuring out rewards for Patreon, but if you would still like to support, click the link in the description and I will hopefully have something for you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.